Yeah, he loves it. Robby said, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain.
I was going to say, you said you like the track, and does that go hand in hand with the fact you've won two preakness?
I like the surface of the track this morning, and I'll tell you, and I'm doing a rain dance all this week because one of his better races was on this type of racetrack, Southwest Stakes, and he won. It's pretty impressive. I mean, not saying he has to take a racetrack with him, but we know he gets over it well. He did really good this morning. We let him stretch his legs a little bit this morning. He was very responsive when I needed him at the 16th hole. I squeezed him a little bit to see if he was there, and he was there.
Does he feel different on a track like this morning versus yesterday?
I mean, he feels good on all tracks, but there's something about this that he just gets over it easy. I'm going to get the way back, and I'm not making a comparison, but Curlin was like that. On a muddy track, Curlin was, I mean, he was just marveled at it. He just got over it like glass. He, like an ice skater. I mean, it was different. This horse is similar to getting over the same kind of way. It's definitely not a disadvantage for him.
When did you start riding? When did you start working with Kenny with this horse?
When he was a baby. When he first got broken, he came to Keeneland Spring Meet. First quarter of a mile, first 3/8 of a mile. 3/8 of a mile worked against him, and I got back to the barn and said, I want that one from now on. I'm going to get on him from now on. I got on until he ran his first start. And he ended up going to back and forth to Oakland and New Orleans, and every time he's in Oakland, I got on him and Torpedo Land. He's always been a special horse to us. He showed a lot of extreme amount of talent early. It's kind of like these young kids watching them become D1 athletes. Go through the stages, you know. Now he's proven already, and look forward to his next one.
How have you enjoyed this role, like being his rider, being like this sort of almost like a practice coach?
Well, I enjoy the role because, you know, like I've been on from the start, and I knew he was that talented early, but I suspected he'd be this talented. When I get on him, he showed all the signs of a good horse, and now I guess the only downfall to it is that I'm not the one to ride him in races.
I was going to ask you, is that hard?
No, it's not hard at all. Because I have a great career, great successful career. I rode very, very nice horses. Curlin, My Shot, Swiss Skydiver. I mean, the list goes on. I've been very fortunate, and I'm just glad to be a part of this one, you know.
Is it fun to be back there with Kenny after Swiss Skydiver 4 years later, I guess 3.5 years later?
Oh, shoot, yeah. I actually walked by her stall 24 when I first got here just to reminisce a little bit. It was funny. This similar week this week. It's like deja vu again. We're getting more and more. He's getting better and better as the week progresses. And Friday, for Swiss Skydiver, I was really, really confident on Friday at Swiss Skydiver. So this here is getting, you know, you get this nervous feeling. It's like, if you're not nervous, you're not ready. So I'm getting a little nervous about this race coming up.
I asked you about Brian Hernandez's ride the other day. Was there any advice you can give him about riding this race? Because you've won this race, obviously, with one of Kenny's horses.
I can't give Brian any advice. He's a professional. He knows. He watches races. I mean, I think he's going to give a similar ride to Swiss Skydiver. Obviously, you know, you have to, you know, he loves the inside, this horse, the inside trip. You don't have to be in the inside, but he loves the inside, and I think that with a good trip here, which Brian should give him, he's going to be really competitive. I mean, Moot's been off a little longer than he has, and our horse is bouncing back, eating in the feet up, so I don't say we have a fresh horse, but we have a solid horse going into it. So.
How does the Pimlico surface compare to the Churchill Downs surface, and how has Mystik Dan made that adjustment?
I feel like they're very similar. Sand-based. More rain, the better it gets, the tighter it gets. And I feel like it's similar to Oakland also, the sand-based racetracks. I feel like he gets over nice, and there's not a huge transition. The circumference of the track's a little different. Turns are a little tighter, but I mean, it's Mystik Dan. He cuts the corner on the edge, you know, so it'd be big advantages if he can have a good trip on the fence.
And what kind of trip do you envision Brian getting from the 5 holes?
Well, he's four on the inside, 4 on the outside. Looks like a speed riding side. I mean, I think if you can get him away running, get him farther placed right behind, third, fourth, and clip 12s with him, you can go 12 the first 3/4 of the race, clip 12, he'd be fine. He'd have a lot of finish left for him.
So you had mentioned earlier some of the great horses you've been on. 10 years from now, even though you haven't ridden him in a race, is he going to be on that list that you tell people?
Well, he's a nice horse, man. I'll tell you, he's a nice horse. He won the Kentucky Derby. I've never won the Kentucky Derby. I've had a couple chances to win, but I haven't won the Kentucky. I've been on some Derby horses too, so I guess I'm living vicariously through Mystik Dan right now.
Is him winning the Derby, does that satisfy a little bit of the...
Oh, absolutely. I've never stepped in the Derby winner's circle until this year. So it's bad luck if you're a jockey and get in the winner's circle before you win it. But this year I did step in the winner's circle.
What was that like?
And I soaked it all in. I felt like I was a big part of that, And I kind of need to be in the forefront of it, but it felt good being in there, just being in the winner's circle. And seeing this, horses change people's lives, man. And it changed a lot of lives last Saturday, it's the first Saturday. It changed a lot of lives for the good,